Assalamualaikum, my name is Shehrbano and today we discuss an important metabolic pathway known as glycolysis. In carbohydrate metabolism, glycolysis is an important metabolic pathway in which 6 carbon compound glucose is converted into 3 carbon molecule pyruvate. In this, energy is produced in the form of ATP and NADH. So the word glycolysis glyco means glucose and lysis means breakdown. In the end, when we got 2 pyruvate molecule, a 3 carbon compound, the pyruvate is further utilized in various energy pathways and produce more energy. So the glycolysis is divided into two phases. In first phase, the glucose molecule, a 6 carbon molecule, is converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, and in this phase energy is consumed. And in the second phase, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, which is produced in the first phase, is converted into pyruvate, and in this phase the energy is released. So now let's move on to glycolysis reactions. First phase. In this phase, as I told you earlier, energy is consumed. A glucose molecule is converted into glucose 6-phosphate by the enzyme which catalyzes this reaction known as hexokinase. Hexo means 6 carbon, and in this reaction ATP is converted into ADP. Next, glucose 6-phosphate is converted into its isomer fructose 6-phosphate by an enzyme known as isomerase. In next, fructose 6-phosphate is converted into fructose 1,6-bisphosphate, and the ATP is converted into ADP, and the enzyme which catalyzes this reaction is known as phosphofructokinase. Now, fructose 1,6-bisphosphate is converted into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydroxyacetone phosphate. These two molecules are isomers of each other, and the reaction and catalyzed by reaction enzyme isomerase. Now, in the second phase, this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, which is produced in the first phase, is converted into 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate by an enzyme glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate dehydrogenase, and NAD is converted into NADH. Now, 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate is converted into 3-phosphoglycerate. This is simple an arrangement, and the reaction catalyzed by an enzyme phosphoglycerate kinase, and ADP is converted into ATP. Now, 3-phosphoglycerate is converted into 2-phosphoglycerate by an enzyme phosphoglycerate mutase. Now, in the final step, 2-phosphoglycerate is converted into phosphoenol pyruvate by an enzyme enolase magnesium 2, and this phosphoenol pyruvate is converted into pyruvate by an enzyme pyruvate kinase, and ATP is converted into ATP. So these are the two phases of glycolysis, and these are the reactions. Now net reaction is glucose plus 2 ATP and 2 phosphate plus 2 NAD is converted into 2 pyruvate plus 2 ATP and 2 NADH. As I told you in earlier that in glycolysis we got 2 pyruvate molecules and energy is released in the form of ATP and NADH. So two molecules of ATP and 2 molecules of NADH are got in the last, and 2 ADP molecules with 2 phosphate and 2 NAD plus is consumed. So thank you so much. I hope you find this video helpful, and please like and subscribe my channel. Allah Hafiz.